Hello friends, Marcy here, and I'm having a blessed day. If you can see the spread on my table here, I've received a package from my pen friend, ink friend, Gail from Gail's Bookish Things on YouTube. Um, Adorable. She's thoughtful and adorable with her packaging and gift giving. So we have a packet of ephemera stickers in the sewing theme, and this adorable little heart. Um, it's stitched and it has the little buttons and collage with different fabric materials. I just adore stuff like this. I'm going to put this on my um, planner. Love it. Which I already have a gift from her on my planner. And so I am looking at, I know she shared Andrelium, I guess it's Roseate Spoonbill Pink and Colorverse Spirit from her recent trip to her St. Louis pen show. And then she also included the show ink of the year, Big Muddy, the KWZ, for the 2024 St. Louis Pen Show. And then the 2023 St. Louis Pen Show Crawdaddy, and the 2022 St. Louis Pen Show Missouri Norton. So I'm going to be putting those in swatches with you today. Look at this gorgeous washi. I just stuck it on here to save it because I'm going to put it in my journal. Love it. It's all notebook and watercolor themed. Those are two of my favorite things. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get to it. So I was setting up a swatch page in my swatching journal with using my new, well, it's not new. I ordered it last fall, but you know my story. And it just recently got unpackaged. So my intention was to use it on my Colodex cards where I was using a full bottle on one side, but I was going to notate with my stamp if I was having sample vials on my cards and it would fit. I thought I could do two a card. Anyway, that was the thought when I ordered it. And um, in my book, I wanted to do all the 5 inks that Gail sent me on one page, but my stamp was so tall. Let me show you. I considered putting it horizontally so I could get 5 on the page and then, you know, on the right margin. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to stagger them on one page and write about it. I will also add them to my Inks from Gail record book, and we'll share more about that in a bit. But let's get started with our first ink. I think I'll do the pen show inks on this side and the other two in the odd man out, the others here. Oh, and by the way, I brought these out and put them on my table to show you how thoughtful Gail always is. She had made these mini journals for me before. This is so adorable and so tiny. It has a little medallion, and it's like a leather cover, and the stained papers. Look at this little knot on the inside. She's so amazingly crafty. Love it. Okay, I just had to bring those back out and bring back some wonderful memories for you. But back to the task at hand. We're going to go, I think, with the 2022. Let me get this in order. Missouri Norton, KWZ. I do love the smell of the KWZ inks. But I don't own a full bottle. All I ever get is samples. I have samples of them. I don't own a full bottle of KWZ. I'm going to have to remedy that, right? If I have room on my bottle shelf, my bottle cart. My ink bottle cart has made appearances, just short appearances on some videos. But I am going to have to make an in-depth video of how I have all my full bottles and my ink vials stored in my cart. a larger cart from Michael's. So I do want to get a little bit of heaviness here. There we go. And then I'll actually, since I got ink in this, I'm going to go ahead and use this to write instead of switching nibs. So we have KWZ. The wonderful thing about this brass nib is you can change your line width with the direction of the way you're holding it. Missouri Norton. Okay, I like this. It's similar to what I shared this morning. Let me get my card. I made a video this morning of my Christmas in July diamine ink vent from last year since I wasn't able to do that, and very similar in color. Okay. Uh-oh, I had a smear. Let's see. We are back on Missouri Norton. This is the St. Louis Pen Show ink of 2022. I'm going to notate that. These nibs do hold a lot of ink. And somehow I've gotten a knuckle or something in my ink and I made a smudge here on the bottom of my page, but we'll ignore that or deal with it when we come to it. So on to the next ink. I'll let that puddle or pooling dry. If I'm in order, 2023. Okay, another KWZ ink. I think these ink vial stamps, sample vials, are so cute. The little cone shape in the bottom is where we always get the shimmer settling. All right, and we have another. Sorry if I had my hand in the way. I'm trying to hold that page because it has a buckle right here in the gutter. Crawdaddy. I may have to adjust my camera. I noticed when I've been making my short videos, my knuckles being closer to the lens cause it to get out of focus quickly, and I don't really realize it until the video's done. So let me get my little ranger here to hold my vial up while I adjust my camera. And I want you to be able to see the lettering without all the blurred focus. All right, St. Louis Pen Show. Ink 2023. I hope that was much better focus for you. Okay, and next up, or third up, we're going to go with the Pen Show inks, and it is KWZ Big Muddy. Now, I remember Gail recently swatching this on her channel, and when I saw it, it made me think very much of my Robert Oster Muddy Bucket. And I absolutely love that green ink. Okay, this one does have, it looks like a slight shimmer in the wetness I'm seeing here. All right, hold down my hump in my gutter and put KWZ. This is a gorgeous ink. Wow. And I purchased this without going to the pen show. And the Big Muddy is in reference to the Missouri River. I'm going to have to get my swatch out of, except for the shimmer. It very much reminds me of Muddy Bucket. But the Muddy Bucket, I enjoy it in my Pelikan broad nib because it is a shading ink. Ooh, that shimmer is gorgeous. Okay. Let me pause a moment. Okay, I have the Robert Oster Muddy Bucket. The colorway is very similar, but this is just a shading ink and it does not have a shimmer. But oh, that shimmer is just beautiful. Okay. Okay, next up we have a pink ink. Pink is pretty, and this is the Andoryllium. I'm going to swatch that out, and I'll have to be careful when I spell that because, wow, that's a doozy. This is like very bright neon. I hope that's showing up for you. Oh my goodness. I'll let it pool here at the bottom. The neon portion looks like it has some bright orange in it as maybe a highlight ink. So let's go for, get my hand out of the way and see if I can get the letters down. Andoryllium. How are we doing on the screen? I hope I got all those letters in there. And then pronouncing, is this Rosate? Rosate Spoonbill Pink. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but I'll let you imagine. How would you try it? Pretty. It's very bright. Let's see. What kind of pen would I put that in? Thinking of the pens that I already have in my collection. I can't even bring to mind one. Oh, I know. Let's see. The new Novular with the glitters. It would be so pretty in there, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to our fifth ink, and this is Colorverse Spirit, and it is a green ink. Or actually, it looks like a bright teal. I'm thinking of my new Pelikan Appetite ink that I have. Oh, actually the Monteverde teal too. I don't know, I would have to put those side by side and come back and do some comparisons with y'all. All right, Colorverse Spirit. The thing I really like about this brass nib is I can go from swatching to writing just quickly. It's so easy to manipulate and maneuver. Okay, Colorverse Spirit. All right, we'll let these dry and come back for a quick glance. All right, let's give this ink comparison a try. Aside from me already trying to match my new Cashmere Rose from the Diamine Inkvent 2023 to this color, after it dries, I see a lot of darker shades, and it reminds me of Robert Oster Old Book Smell. So look at that gorgeous ink. Very similar. And then next up, I do not have anything as bright and neon unless it's my Noodler's Firefly, which is a yellow highlighter ink. Nowhere near the pink. The Andoryllium Roseate Spoonbill. The brightest color I own is the Noodler's Cactus Fruit American Eel, for as far as being bright. But this is more of a red purple tint rather than the pink orange tint there. And then we've looking at the Crawdaddy, KWZ Crawdaddy. I looked at probably the Noodler's Kawa Pecan, but not quite. This Monteverde Copper Noir looks like it comes in as a pretty close relative there of the Crawdaddy. And then Colorverse Spirit, kind of a teal. I already considered the Monteverde California teal in that colorway, which put on deep enough, this Monteverde does have a red sheen. And of course, we've already talked about the Robert Alster Muddy Bucket. Very similar in color, but this has a gorgeous shimmer. Anyway, these are fabulous inks that I've been blessed with, and I'm going to go ahead and add them to this book later. I don't like this paper much for swatching. It's wonderful Tomoe River paper, but it does have a cream color background, and it doesn't lend the colors, doesn't lend to giving the colors their true identity. And then I made, this page is all inks from Gail, but I made notations here with a B if I purchased the bottle after receiving a sample. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've purchased 5 bottles after receiving samples from Gail. But this one, I already had a bottle when she gave it to me. It was Southwest Sunset, but my bottle is the original Apache, which the names were changed on many of the Noodlers inks. And then this one, I really love the Colorverse Pillars of Creation. I would like to get a bottle of that, but it is already so similar to, I already have my swatch book here. Let me show you. Ferris Wheel Press, Poison Envy. It does have a shimmer and a sheen. It's a purple ink with a green shimmer and sheen. Ink. Oh goodness. And then the Lamy Dark Lilac is a purple ink with a heavy green shimmer. The sheen. The sheen is so heavy that once you lay down your lettering, it looks like you used a green ink instead of a purple. But it's fun to watch dry. But thank you, Gail, for providing these beautiful samples to me. I really enjoy experimenting with new inks and new colors, and I love the trinkets that you provided. So, and thank you all for spending some of your precious moments with me. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.